Good morning. My name is Ed Dietrich. I'm the president and CEO of Big Payroll. We like to refer to ourselves as the insurance agent's payroll partner. We'll get into that a little bit more here in a little while. I want to bring to your attention today some changes in the independent agent market that you may or may not be aware of. Most of you are aware of the competitive nature of the independent insurance agent. You deal with your competitors every day. You know who your big ones are, who your small ones are, who you get along with and who you don't. What we're going to talk about today, and probably another session or two as well, is a potential competitor that may be larger than any you've ever run into, and you may not even know who it is. And you may have gotten a little indication by the fact that we are a payroll company. So we're going to talk about payroll companies for a moment. Historically, payroll companies have been a great source for small employers in that they could outsource that part of the business that they really weren't good at or didn't want to have to deal with, or more importantly, were concerned about getting crosswise with the state or the federal government because of taxes. But the payroll companies have changed a lot over the years, and that may be what may be new to you as an independent agent. Think real quick, what are the top 2 payroll companies in the United States? And if we say that, you'll probably, all of you say Paychex and ADP. Everybody knows who Paychex and ADP is. What you probably don't know is that if I were to ask you what's the name of 2 of the largest insurance agencies in the United States, that the answer would also be Paychex and ADP. We could even take that a step further. If you want to discuss 2 of the largest PEOs in the country, the answer would still be the same, Paychex and ADP. How does that affect you as an independent agent? Well, if they're that big and they're competing in all 50 states, they're your competition, and you may not even know it. But let me put that in perspective. If I were to tell you the industry standard is that about 50% of all employers outsource their payroll for whatever reason they choose to outsource them. Number one, it's not that expensive, and they get quality software and quality people doing the payroll. That means that 50% of your clients have a very large insurance competitor visiting your client that you don't even know about. Let me give you a little bit of another analogy. Let's say that half of your clients all had the same landlord, and that landlord, every 2 weeks coming by to pick up the rent for the office space, was also stopping in to tell them, by the way, now that we've got your rent, let's talk about doing your workers' comp. Let's talk about doing your general liability. And don't forget about group medical and life and health and building and fleet and all this other stuff. How often do you visit your commercial clients? Once a year, maybe at renewal? I know your CSR probably deals with them on a regular basis, but you as the agent. Just think if your client had another agent, a competitor, a very large one with multiple markets and hundreds of employees visiting your client every couple of weeks. Would that be a matter of concern for you as an independent agent? Well, I think it would be. So now that we've established that you have a competition out there that you may or may not be aware of, let's talk about what you might be able to do about it other than just complain, which most of us do quite often when we come up against something we can't solve. And that's where Paygo comes in. Now that we've started with this, in a moment, I'd like to come back and talk to you a little bit about Paygo and how we can help you solve that problem of that invisible competitor that's in your client's business on a regular basis.